Hi, my name is Maren and welcome back to my channel, Maren Makes It. Today I'm going to show you how I saved $1,419 by doing my own gel manicures and pedicures at home. At the time, I was working in a jewelry store and it was really important for my hands to look nice. So I was going to have a manicure pretty much every 2 to 3 weeks. I knew there had to be another way to do this though, so I set out on a journey to figure out if I could even do this at home, and if yes, how much money would it save me? It's been 2 years since then, and I'm here to report my findings. If you like saving money and you also like having your nails done, keep watching. This one's for you. All right, so first I have the tools that I use when I'm doing my own nails. So these are some different cuticle pushers here. So this is a little wooden one. This is from a nail kit that I have. This one is from Revlon, and this one I actually got for free one time when I got a pedicure done. I feel like these are things that you guys probably have laying around the house anyway, and if you don't, they're easy or really cheap to get from the drugstore, and you don't need to go out and buy the most expensive thing. These are two different nail files I have. This is a little bit of a rougher one, a larger one. This is part of a nail kit that I have. So I like that you have a thin edge here so you can really shape your nails well with that, especially if you have short nails like I do. Or for filing away, like if you do spill over, like I did a little bit here, you can file away some of that and then it washes off easier. And within a day or two of washing my hands, all of that is gone anyway. This is a cuticle scissor, or I think that's what this is called. You can use it for your cuticles, you can use it for your nails. I use it for both. Honestly, I think this is a great tool to have. I think one key step in doing your nails yourself that we sometimes forget when we're at home is really taking the time to shape your nails properly. So that's why I could use these tools. You know, that's kind of the first step, is making yourself have a canvas so that you can do your nails at all at home. They always take, time to do that too at the salon, if you think about what happens when you get a manicure done professionally. Then I use this here. This is called Sally Hansen Problem Cuticle Remover. So this is a product which you put, it's like a lotion. I'll show you how it works. You put it right here on your cuticles like this, and then you'd kind of soak your hands either in water, or even sometimes I just use this alone. It helps you be able to kind of push back your cuticle, so it really helps with that nail shaping step. There's a lot of like kind of extra products like this that you can buy if you go to the pharmacy and look around, but personally I feel like a lot of them aren't worth it. This one though I do find is worth it, and so when I go to the salon, this was one that they had used, so that's another reason I ended up getting this. If we now shift over, so this is the lamp that I use. So it's a UV lamp. This one I got from Amazon. They have really come down in price over time. I think the first time I ever looked into doing my nails myself, they were like $100. And now it's like 20, 25, 30 bucks. And I have been using it regularly for the past couple of years, and I have never had an issue with it. It still functions fine. And if it keeps going the way it's going, you can keep using this for years and years to come. And of course you want to have some nail polish remover on hand always. All right, so now I want to go over the actual gel polish that I use. So I did do quite a bit of research going into this because I really wanted to choose a brand that would hold up well. Like, the point of me doing this was that I didn't want to have to do my nails as often as I did when I did them at home with regular polish. And I also didn't want to be spending the money at the salon. So I wanted to find a brand that I knew would work well. Just like with regular nail polish, you have a huge price range. So you'll have ones that are like $3-4, and if you Google them, there's really mixed reviews. And then on the other end of the spectrum, you'll have brands where it's like this teensy little bottle is like $18 or something. So it's like, obviously there's a huge range, just like with everything. So I ended up just kind of learning from the salon. So that was one thing I looked into. So I started to pay attention to all the brands that they were using on me when I did go get them done professionally. And I would write them down and then look them up. Some of those brands will be only available if you're a professional. So there's no way for like a regular person to really buy them that I found on the internet, unless it was kind of like a sketchy site and then you're not sure if those products are legitimate. And it gets a little scary because you might be spending $18 on this and you don't even know if you're getting a legitimate product. One of the few brands I found that the nail salon used and also that I was able to buy was called Gelish. They were, not the most expensive one, but they were pretty expensive for a gel nail polish. But I knew that when they used them on me in the salon, I could have a manicure that lasted me maybe like 3 weeks. Honestly, because I did so much research and because I like this system so much, I've never even tried any other brands. If you guys have any suggestions for me, happy to try them out if you'd like to see a video where I compare them maybe. But I've been using this brand for about 2 years now, and I really haven't had any issues, so I haven't really seen any reason to change. So it is a little bit more involved than regular nail polish because there are more steps. So I'll just quickly, tell you what the products are that I have right here in front of me. These I will also configure into my cost savings analysis that I will do later on in this video, that along with the lamp and the Sally Hansen Problem Cuticle Remover. I feel like those are the products that I really need to take into account, because the other things like the nail files are things I already had laying around the house, and most people have those. So I'm not going to take those into account for that calculation. The first step that you need is the pH bond, just to help the gel polish stick to your nails. Step 2 is called foundation. So this is a clear coat basically that goes on the bottom like a base coat. Then comes your color coats. So these are 2 different colors. That's why I have them both standing here, but you usually end up doing about 2 to 3 coats maybe of the gel color. I usually can do 2, and I do white. And some people find that with a lighter color, they have to do more coats to get more of that coverage. Occasionally I will do 3, especially if it's really runny that day. Or if it's, a new one where it is more runny, because it does get a little bit thicker over time. I think just from being exposed to the air. And then the last step is a top coat. So just to make it all shiny and nice looking at the end. I used the small wooden cuticle pusher dipped in nail polish remover to wipe away any polish I got on my skin. After each coat, I put my hands under the UV light for 60 seconds before painting on the next layer. After the top coat layer, you need to use a cotton swab with nail polish remover on it to wipe over your nails to remove any stickiness. This stickiness is normal and part of the way the UV polish sets. At the end, you can use a file, like I mentioned earlier in the video, to file away any sharp corners or edges. The easiest way I found to do this process is painting my dominant hand with my non-dominant hand first and get one hand completely done. Then doing my non-dominant hand with my dominant one. Okay, here's the end result. This is what it looks like when I do my own gel manicure. It's actually been 6 days, so I did this on a Tuesday night, and it is now Sunday morning. None of the nails have chipped at all, and I have done some crafting and cleaning and cooking in that time. They'll usually last me about 2 to 3 weeks. At that point, they're more grown out as opposed to chipping. I would say about half the time they haven't chipped at all, and it's just the fact that they're grown out, or if they're white and they're getting dirty, and that is the reason that I will change them out. I just want to get you guys thinking too about all the different things that you spend money on that you could actually be doing at home. So it's definitely worth looking into what you can do at home versus how much skill it would take versus what equipment you need, because you never know what you'll find. All right, so as promised, I really wanted to include a detailed cost analysis for you while doing this myself versus in the salon. So at the time I was paying $30 for a gel manicure and $30 for a pedicure. However, I lived in New Mexico at the time, and I realized that services there are generally cheaper than the national average. I did some Googling around, read several articles, and I also looked up the cost of gel manicures that you can expect to pay in different areas of the country and different city metro areas. Based on that, I kept kind of landing on these numbers as my national averages. It's really hard to find any kind of official average for a service like this, but I did try to do as much research as I could to come up with this number. So I'm going to do a cost analysis also compared to the average cost that I found. In terms of the tip, I like to tip 20%. I'm a big believer in the fact that if you can't afford the tip, you can't afford the service. These people live off these tips and they are working really hard. You really have to factor it in when you decide if you can afford something. You can make somebody's day with a good tip, and you can also ruin their day with a bad one. So with that 20% tip, these services come to $72 in New Mexico and $84 for both together for the national average. So to maintain a manicure, I was going every 2 to 3 weeks. If I went every 2 weeks, this would mean 26 salon visits per year. If I went every 3 weeks, this would mean 17.33 visits per year. I decided to take the average between the two for my math. I even rounded down to 21 to err on the side of going less frequently. Based on the totals per visit I calculated, this means that over 1 year it would cost me $1,512 to maintain a manicure and pedicure in New Mexico. And for the national average, this would rise to a whopping $1,764. That's a lot of money to be spending on your nails. I'll go through the cost with you for when I'm doing this at home. So these are the products that I use. I already went through them earlier in the video, but it works out to be $6.99, $8.99, $24.99, $12.99, $12.99, and $25.99. This is also assuming that you're paying full price for each product and you're buying each product on its own. You can get a Gelish starter pack where they'll bundle a bunch of these items together for you and save money that way. I'll link an example down below of what I'm talking about. You can also find coupons for a lot of these places that sell this stuff, such as Sally Beauty and Ulta. They almost always have a coupon, so you can save even more money here. I'm going to assume that you paid full price for everything like I did at the time to be the most generous with my calculation in how much money you could possibly spend on doing this on your own. So this means that over the course of a year, I spent $92.94 for the entire year on products. That's only a little bit more than what you'd spend on one gel manicure and pedicure, but that's for the products for the whole year. When I subtract this number from the salon totals we got for the year, this means I end up saving $1,419 in New Mexico and $1,671 compared to the national average. Wow, that's a lot of money to be saving. I'm definitely going to keep doing this at home, but I want to hear your thoughts. Do you do your own nails? Are you surprised just how much this added up to be? Are you more willing to try doing your own nails at home after watching this video? Let me know your thoughts in the comment section down below. Don't forget to like and subscribe for more awesome videos coming soon. Thanks so much for watching. Bye!